Well, the BJP says today that we don't do caste politics. Now, BJP Brahmin leaders Murli Manohar Joshi. I see your hand go up, but answer my question first. Union Minister, former Union Minister CP Joshi and State BJP President in Rajasthan Arun Chaturvedi meet in Jaipur in December 2012 and they organize a Vipra Mahakumbh, a grand congregation of Brahmins. Right? And what do they say? They say, let us all struggle and unite to have a Brahmin quota, to have social justice. Now, that's not caste politics. That's not caste politics, Mr. Trivedi.
If you are talking in a particular reference to Rajasthan, yes, if you are talking in particular reference to Rajasthan, there was a peculiar situation created 2-3 years back. When each and every caste was asking for a quota.
Oh, so why did
even the forward caste were asking quota, the Kshatriyas were asking quota, the Brahmins were asking quota. After this,
that's completely ridiculous.
Let me complete.
Brahmin leaders of the BJP go down for a Brahmin Sammelan and want a Brahmin quota. That caste politics is okay. No, it was not a BJP
Sammelan.
You nominate almost 200
It was not a BJP Sammelan.
You nominate almost 200 MLA candidates from the upper caste communities of Uttar Pradesh. That's okay. When you do your upper caste politics, it's okay. So upper caste politics to keep your social base intact among your
who said that we nominated 200 MLAs?
200.
There were around 80 upper caste MLAs which were given tickets. No, your data is wrong.
Your data is...
It's around 72 or 73 Brahmin candidates were given tickets in Uttar Pradesh.
Your data
in the last assembly in 2012.
Now, don't try and twist data also.
And around 70... It's around 70 Rajputs were given tickets. I know that.
Don't try and twist data. You have more Brahmins, Rajputs,
you are talking about the entire
and other upper caste candidates voted for the BJP than any other party in 2007 and 2012. And don't force me to embarrass you because the BJP fielded 195 upper caste candidates in 2012. Right? The BSP nominated 121.
Yes, 195 upper caste.
Which means you gave 60% more upper caste tickets than the BSP. So you have an upper... And your leaders go to Jaipur. Your leaders go to Jaipur and demand a Brahmin quota. Now, what kind of caste politics are you doing? Answer me, do you really have an answer, Mr. Trivedi?
If you are putting a question on us, Arnab, if you are putting a question on us, at least we are not doing this type of politics, I have mentioned you earlier. On one hand, Tilak Taraju Talwar. Then on the other hand, when your interest changes, you are saying that Brahman Shank bajayega, Hathi barta jayega. So we are not taking the name and asking by blatantly taking the caste names and creating a hatred in the society.
You're not blatant.
You cannot compare both these things.
Mukul Wasnik,
in a particular context of Rajasthan.
Mukul Wasnik, I didn't hear him answer your 4 questions. But he says we don't blatantly use caste names. Now, I'll ask you later why Rahul Gandhi does photo ops in Dalit homes, but I'll come to that later. Would you like to respond to Sudhanshu Trivedi first? Would you like to respond to Sudhanshu Trivedi first?
Yes. I just want to point out that the Prime Ministerial candidate from the BJP, speech after speech, he has been talking about कि पिछड़े को रोकने की कोशिश हो रही है. पिछड़े को रोकने की कोशिश हो रही है. What does he want to say? What is the message he tries to convey? And therefore, I would like to say that blatantly there is an attempt to flare up sentiments like this. And as far as the Congress party is concerned, this prime ministerial candidate from the BJP, irrespective of whatever individuality he may have of his own, but we have been consistently taking a stand that he represents divisive forces. His politics has been very narrow, and that exactly is that casteist forces have been influencing him, have been dominating him, have been shaping his policies and his vision.
Mr. Mukul Wasnik, can I ask you, is it true that the Congress party plans
what
to...
Mr. Modi has said, it is being taken without context.
No.
If you go in the context, he has said in a sarcastic remark, he has said two things.
Mukul,
the preceding sentence was...
Mukul Wasnik.
Preceding sentence was, कोई माँ अपने बेटे को बलिदान नहीं करना चाहती और रॉयल फैमिली वाले पिछड़े वर्गों के साथ लड़ना नहीं चाहते. This was a sarcastic remark.
That may be your interpretation. Arnab, you were asking me something.
No, my question is...
No, you hear the speech. The video is available. This was exactly first sentence was this. The second was this.
Now, you see, I'm not into... This is not about poetry. Now, I want to get into a very serious and substantial issue. 1 second. There are reports, Mukul Wasnik, that the Congress party is planning to promise legislation-backed reservation for backward castes in private sector jobs and quotas for them in private school admissions in its 2014 election pitch as part of a very ambitious affirmative action agenda, which is only aimed, and I'm reading from a report, at getting back the support among this voter group that it has lost in recent years. Now, since you have said at the start of this discussion that you are against caste-based politics, I am sure, Mr. Mukul Wasnik, you will tell me that this is a wrong report.
See, I will just mention here that our process of making the manifesto, preparing the manifesto is going on. A lot of discussions are taking place. There may be several papers, several suggestions which may be made from time to time from various people, various sections of the society. The process is on. We have not
But you're not answering my question, sir. My question is,
yes, I'm coming to that.
Are you planning to promise reservation for job for scheduled castes and tribes in private companies, having investment more than 100 crore or employing 1,000 people by way of a legislation? This country, sir, at one point, the route, no, 1 minute, Mr. Wasnik, you know, you may have any political interest in doing so, but the engine of development in this country runs on merit, Are you now going to force all of India's biggest companies to recruit on the basis of caste? You cannot avoid that question today. I want an answer on this. Because if you do...
I'm not avoiding the question at all. I'm not avoiding the question at all. But to come to a conclusion saying that this is going to be our manifesto is a wrong assumption.
Sir, may I have your views? May I have your views on such a proposal? May I have your views? May I please have your views on this subject?
See, as far as I am aware, there is no such decision taken anywhere at this point of time. And secondly, you have just mentioned about merit. And unfortunately, what happens whenever it comes to the deprived sections of the society, the question of merit is raised in such a manner as though these sections of the society lack merit cannot stand on their own.
What Mr. Wasnik, what you are doing is you are trying to put the ball in my court. That's not my question.
No.
And I can tell you, Mr. Wasnik, that what happens is even Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi will not be able to say anything on this. Right? He can say, I don't do caste politics, but he will not say a word on it because he doesn't want to lose a vote bank.
At this point of time, Arnab, the private sector has agreed for affirmative action in their chambers of commerce. All the chambers of commerce have accepted affirmative action. They have adopted voluntary code of conduct. Some of them have appointed ombudsmen. They are committed for skill development. They are committed
skill development is one thing, sir.
For employability.
Sir, skill development is one thing.
All these things are there.
Sir, skill development is one thing. I am very specifically saying that India's bigger companies, all of whom have investment more than 100 crores, which means mid-sized and large companies will all have to start reservations going by caste while recruiting their officials. Now that is taking the concept of caste-based reservations and caste-based politics, Mr. Wasnik, with respect to a completely new level. Even Kancha Illiah will oppose that. Even Kancha Illiah, I am sure, will oppose that. Mr. Kancha Illiah will oppose that.
Arnab.
Yes, Mr. Professor Illiah.
In 2004,
Arnab,
there was this...
Arnab, just... Arnab, just let me come to the basic point. today in his speech, Narendra Modi was saying that in UP, caste-based vote banks are formed. I am going to break it. But RSS all over the country is going and campaigning village after village, street after street, wada after wada, that we are going to put the first OBC Prime Minister on Prime Minister Gaddi after 60 years. And this Prime Minister is asking 60 months for the Brahman Bania Prime Minister earlier ruled for 60 years. I will show development all over without looking at caste. Now let BJP tell me, let Chaturvedi ji tell me that are they going to remove reservations in center once Narendra Modi is going to become Prime Minister because he is an OBC? Are they going to remove reservations in private sector which was set into motion during the first UPA government?